So previously we made some sprites with a sprite list for each for the different types of sprites. So a sprite list for coin sprites and a sprite list for meteor sprites called coin list and meteor list. And I want to make it so things happen when I press keys. So I don't have a key press event in here at the moment. So I'm just going to hop into a separate example and grab my key press function. Obviously there's stuff in there that I don't want, but I'm just going to grab the whole thing for the moment and put it, I'm going to put it here. Yeah, good place to have it. So what do I want to happen? What I want to happen is every time I press the space key, a coin gold appears, and every time I press the enter key, another meteor appears, right? So let's go down, remove this, and let's do some things. So when I press a key, this event fires. So I'm going to do exactly the same stuff as I've got up here. Now I already have my coin list, I already have my meteor list, so I'm not going to be making new meteor lists. I'm just adding them to these meteor lists which are already here and coin lists. So I'm also not going to do a loop, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this same Control C, and I'm going to put that down here. So Control V, and I'm just going to fix my indentation. Remember, every time we paste, it's always going to be fixed pretty much. And you know what, let's just run that and see what happens. So we've got a bunch of coins and meteors appearing, I hope, when we see it. There we are. So that's the usual thing. And now whenever I press any key, so mashing the keyboard, it makes more coin golds appear. That's fine, but I want it to be only when I press the key, space key. Oh, God damn. So we're going to have an if statement. So if, and I want to say if the key we pressed was the space key. Well, that's the key we pressed here, this key. So I'm going to say if key. Now this happens to be a number, so I could just say if key equals 32, which I remember as being the key code for space. So we'll find a more, we don't like magic numbers like 32 appearing in our code, so we'll find a better way to write that than just 32. But if key equals 32 is fine for now. So if I Control S and run this now, it should be pretty much exactly what I want. So I hit the space key, something appears. I mush the other keys, it doesn't. Space key, yep. Mush the other keys, nothing. Cool, so that's really, I think, cleared up how this key press works. Let's just see if we can do something a little bit tidier than having that 32 there. So arcade dot, and is it key dot and space. There we go. That actually is just the number 32. Arcade has got a library which matches up every key code to a descriptive name of that thing. So it just makes your code much easier to read rather than having magical 32s and so on all through your code. Anyway, let's take that and let's go down here and let's have some meteors appear. So Control V, but it's not going to be arcade.key.space. It's going to be arcade.key dot and enter. There it is. And again, it's just some number. We don't know what. We could look it up if we cared. This time I'm going to actually add 10 meteors every time I press the enter key, because I don't know, just makes it more exciting. And of course pasting has completely made a mess of the indentation here, so I've got to think really carefully. So I'm inside the if statement, so this line, the first one after the if statement, needs to be indented one space, and then I'm inside a for statement, so I go down here, tab, and we should be good. So when I press the enter key, I should get 10 meteors. So we'll just check that when I press the space key, I get 1 new coin. That's great. And I hit the enter key. Nice. And nothing else does anything. So there we go. We're adding sprites in a different place in the code, not just in the setup. We're adding it in when a key is pressed. And we've just clarified a little bit of how this key press event works. All right, all good. There we go.